Good morning, all you beautiful people. It is me again, Goose, with the show, and I hope you had a great Memorial weekend. I'm sorry if I didn't have a chance to say that to you, but things have been, been kind of getting some things going for this week for the show, and so today's topic, and I don't know if you've seen this is kind of blown up a little bit on social media, but it is about the. I'm going to talk about today about the Samford versus Mercer college baseball game that happened this past weekend, and all the drama that happened with one guy becoming an absolute ass on the field. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed already, go down, hit the bell, and subscribe. Bang, bang, bang the bell for notifications so that you know when new videos are uploaded. And give me a big like because it always helps the algorithm in the video. So let's get into this. The headline here is from The Guardian. Mercer walk off field and player's mother ejected after a home run taunt. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, let me show you the video from the Samford Mercer game this weekend.
That one's ripped to straightaway center. Brown will watch it go.
Look at him skipping around the bases. Yep, look at that.
Oh, boy.
Acting like a fool. And you can hear everybody in the stands just be
as excited as you see the Samford dugout, that is how upset the Mercer dugout is.
Yep.
Got 3 umpires telling everybody calm down.
It took no time at all for Mercer's coaching staff and Craig Gibson to jump up and protest. Now, the ball is absolutely ripped.
But when you start skipping and going to the side right there, you're going to...
Now look at this. I want you to look at the front runner. He's like, what's going on?
Yes, right when he starts, that's where he's skipping at him.
And there's the shortstop ready to come after him. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Just taunting him. What a fool. What a fool. And there's the umpire, the home plate umpires. I think he threw him out of the game for that.
Mercer has taken their team off the field. You can see people having to be restrained around the Mercer dugout.
Yeah, it's getting a little heated right now.
An elimination game.
All right, that TikTok brought to you by Baseball Buzz, BSBL Buzz. I have never in my life have ever seen anybody act like that after hitting a home run. The dude acted like a 9-year-old who hit his first home run in Little League. Like, look at me, Mom, look what I did. Look what I did. I hit a home run. Oh, my gosh. Hopping and skipping around the bases, showing up the other team. Just absolutely uncalled for. I normally don't talk sports on this channel, but I had to when it came to this because I saw this and I was just like, what in the God's green earth is going on? This guy basically, and I'm going to go into it, a little more here, but let's get back to the article from The Guardian because I'm going to show the video again and point out a few things. Mercer were so incensed by an opposing player's home run celebration that they walked off the field during their Southern Conference tournament defeat on Saturday. After he smoked a homer to give Samford a 5-1 lead, which they would not relinquish, Michael Gupton leapt and skipped around the bases, breaking with baseball custom in which players usually keep their celebrations in check immediately after hitting a home run. He also appeared to yell at Mercer shortstop Bradley Fry. That was the shortstop, and I'll talk about that in a little bit too. In the opposing dugout, the Mercer coaches voiced their displeasure with the umpires while Fry had to be held back as he approached Gupton. Mercer started to leave the field while Fry, Gupton, and 2 coaches were ejected. I don't know which coaches there were. Fry's mother then jumped on the dugout roof and was told to leave the stadium. The game was paused for nearly 30 minutes during the disturbance, and the Southern Conference Commissioner, Michael Cross, was forced to enter the field to attempt to calm matters down. Samford's victory means they will play East Tennessee State for the Southern Conference Championship on Sunday. Okay, so let's get into this just a little bit. First of all, I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. Never. In any baseball game I have ever seen. I never saw it when Reggie Jackson hit a home run, when Barry Bonds hit a home run, when Mark McGwire hit a home run, when Aaron Judge hit a home run, or Shohei Ohtani hit a home run. None of them dance around the bases like a fool and show up the other team. That's first of all, that's an unspoken rule. You don't show up the other team, especially the other pitcher. You just don't do that. So let's go into this just for just a minute, because I'm going to show the video again, and I'm going to make some points. First of all, Mr. Fry, Mr. Fry. Let me see if I could. Bradley Fry. I know why he was ejected. He was ejected mostly because he started charging after Gupton. That was it. There's a rule in baseball that if a pitcher plunks a batter and the batter charges the mound, the pitcher cannot leave the pitching circle. If the pitcher, sorry about that, leaves the pitching circle, he is also thrown out of the game. Basically, that's the only reason why Bradley Fry was kicked out, because he started charging at Gupton. Gupton, I know, was ejected because of his celebration. As a matter of fact, I think if you see at the very end of it, the home plate umpire, I think, gives the "you're out of here" signal. You're being ejected for this, because he basically caused all this with his foolishness of hopping around the bases, and he acted like he'd never hit a home run before. Which is crazy, because I looked up his stats. I tried to get a picture of it for you guys to see. I looked up his stats, and they're very impressive. Michael Gupton this year, this season, has started in 54 of 55 games. He has a batting average of .333, which is very good. He's hit 15 home runs, which means he's hit a home run in every 3.5 games. That's pretty impressive. If you take that and put that into and change it into like pro, stats where they play 162 games a year, he'd basically be hitting like 45 home runs. That's very impressive for in pro stats. But I will tell you this very, very, very clearly, that in the pros, he would not get away with this kind of stuff. Not in a million years would he get caught doing a lot of stuff. We get a drink of water for a minute. No coffee cup today. I had my fill of coffee earlier before all this. But he wouldn't. There's no way he would get. He would be allowed to do that kind of thing. Not in a million years. And I will tell you this, he's now set himself up for even more pain going through the tournament. Two coaches were also ejected. I don't know which coaches. And the fact that Bradley Fry's mom was thrown out of the stadium, it's absolutely comical. The fact, I think she was upset because her son got ejected. I think she was upset because her baby boy got ejected. Well, he got ejected properly because he went charging after Gupton. Now, did Gupton deserve it? That's not for me to say. I mean, I know if it was me, I probably would have chucked my glove at him. But let's go over the video again. I want to go over the video again really, really quick. Again, the video is 2 minutes long, but I want to point some stuff out here. So he absolutely rips this ball.
That one's
I mean, just absolutely rips it.
Brown will watch it go.
And I want you coming around here. So come around the base. There he is. He's skipping along. The umpires are trying to get him to stop. He barks at Fry. And here, I'm surprised that the third base coach didn't do anything. I'm shocked that the third base coach didn't do anything. Now here's the ejection from the home plate umpire. And I've seen, it's a proper ejection in my book.
As excited as you see the Samford dugout, that is.
And now look at they're pointing over because Mercer is about ready to just jump through the. They're trying to. The umpire's like, just hold on here, just hold on here. You know, we're taking care of this. Don't worry about it. Which is what they should do.
It took no time at all for Mercer's coaching staff and Craig Gibson to jump up and protest. Now,
so watch. So here's the slow motion. Watch the lead runner. The lead runner knows it's gone. He's just come around the base, and now all of a sudden he must be hearing Mercer bark because he stops and slows down and looks over his shoulder. And here's Bradley Fry. He's going to come right after him. Two umpires have to hold him back. Now he's barking at the dugout like a fool, and now they're having to run over to get the players from Mercer to not tag him up. And of course, again, you see the home plate umpire just give him the big old heave-ho, and he's gone.
Mercer has taken their team off the field.
I've never seen a team do this. Look at that. Players are still having to be held back.
Having to be restrained around the Mercer dugout.
Yeah, it's getting a little heated right now.
And what do you expect? They've just been, this fool hops around the bases, embarrassing the other team. And again, I know it's an elimination game. I know he's probably, I just hit a home run. Yay, we're going to go to the finals. And yeah, guess what you've just done now, Mr. Gupton? You've just now put a target on your back. I will guarantee this, that when he goes up to bat against East Tennessee, they're going to go, oh, this is the fool that decided to dance around the bases. Yeah, we're not going to allow him to do that here. Yeah, we're going to put a ball. We're going to put a ball in his ear. Meaning that they're going to throw him up and in. You're going to throw him at him up and in to basically send a message. You're not doing this here. You're not going to embarrass us. If he's lucky, the ball will either hit him in the back or the shoulder. If he's luckier, he'll be able to get out of the way. If he's unlucky, the ball's going to bounce right off his helmet. And then he'll be sitting in the dugout under concussion protocol. And, who knows what will happen. He'll either be sitting out a couple of games because, we got to make sure you pass the concussion protocol. He'll miss the, and all the pitchers say, I'm sorry, fastball got away from me. A player knows when they're being thrown at. A player knows when they're being thrown at. Again, this is, and I know, because I say it in my day. In my day, this shit will never happen. This shit will never happen. Because you'll be eating dirt. You'll be eating dirt. I've seen guys get thrown at for hitting a home run and watching it go over the fence. Just stand there and watch it go over the fence. and catchers and pitchers are like yelling, just go. Don't embarrass me. Just go. You will never see a professional baseball player do what he did. And worse yet, if he even gets into the league, if he even gets up to the show, they'll make sure he never does it again. If he does it at all. The only time I've seen the only time, let me just be honest, there was one time I did see a baseball player, Joe Carter, who hit a home run, and he didn't necessarily dance around. He danced around the bases. He hit a home run to basically help Toronto win the World Series. It's probably, I think, the only walk-off home run in World Series history. And he hit it to win the World Series, and he jumps up and down, and he's jumping, he's celebrating because they just won the World Series. I don't think Joe Carter, who was a really big, really big home run threat, I don't think he sat there did that on purpose. I'm like, oh my God, I hit a home run, I hit a home run to win the game. This fool, Michael Gupton, they were already ahead 3-1. He hit a home run. He hit a 2-run homer to put them up even further. It's not like he hit a home run to put them ahead. They were already ahead. And yet, again, I'm going to keep calling him. This fool acted like he'd never hit a home run before. Again, you would never see home run greats. Andre Dawson would never do that. Would never, Sammy Sosa would never do that. It's just mind-boggling to and again, I'm sitting there wondering why the third base coach didn't grab him, pull him, and say, stop. I'm just, it just boggles my mind. Because I would have grabbed him by the arm and just pulled him close and said, stop. Go tap home plate, go in the dugout. The manager, I'm sure, if the manager was smart, I don't know. I don't know what happened after all this. But if the manager was smart, I'm sure he is, probably grabbed him, took him into the locker room and said, you just screwed this, because it's the next batter is like, who knows what's going to happen. Sometimes when someone hits a home run, I've heard stories of Bob Gibson, who if you hit a home run off him, if you came up the next time, he'd plunk you. He would hit you on purpose. To basically, it's like a warning. You're not doing that anymore. And that's why I think that's one of the reasons why Bob Gibson was so feared by hitters of his era. Because he was not afraid to throw at guys if they were to, hit a home run off of him. And of course today pitchers are like a little more skittish because they're like, hey, I don't want to get thrown out of the game. I want to make sure I make my next start. I don't want to get suspended for. I get that. It's again, you're protecting the players, but you gotta also protect the game. This stuff can't happen, and I guarantee it that Michael Gupton, if Samford is going to progress in the World Series, in the College World Series, every pitcher he faces, or he's going to throw at him at least once. Just as like a precautionary. You're not doing this here. You're not doing this here. Anyway, that is it for the show today. I'm glad you stuck around to listen to me rant about this. If you like the video, give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, go down, hit the subscribe button, bang, bang, bang the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. And if you want to share this out, share it out to your friends, family, and neighbors. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think on this subject, because I'm very curious of what it is of what you think about this. Tomorrow's show, we're going to talk about Miley Cyrus and the interesting her interesting time in the hospital that she had to go through when she got an infection. I am Goose. This is On With The Show. Thank you for listening. I will catch you on the other side.